I am so excited to eat this. Aloha friends, and welcome to Eating Richly, where we cook mostly healthy, affordable, family-friendly recipes rich in nutrition and flavor. For those of you who are new here, I'm Diana Johnson, cooking instructor, recipe developer, lover of all things food, and today we are going to be cooking an incredibly cheesy, beefy Philly cheesesteak pizza. This is quite possibly the most amazing pizza I've ever made, and I make pizza on a weekly basis. We've got some of the classic flavors of a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, including juicy strips of steak mashed up with a pizza. For the veggies, we've got thinly sliced onion, bell pepper, mushrooms, and garlic that are sauteed, then continue cooking in the beef juices before their final roast on top of the pizza. Now, I am not in any way claiming this to be an authentic Philly cheesesteak, so please don't come after me. But the pizza is definitely inspired by the Philly cheesesteak sandwich, and you just have to try it to believe it. Before we get started, I would so love to have you smash that like button, subscribe, and click that bell so that YouTube knows to promote our content and you don't miss any of our weekly videos. Now let's get cooking, because whether you're cooking with someone, for someone, or for yourself, cooking time is connecting time. First up, we have a little bit of prep work that needs to happen. If you don't want to use a refrigerated, pre-made dough, then you'll need to get a batch of pizza dough mixed up. I usually make homemade dough on the weekends, but we'll use a pre-made refrigerated dough on a work day. You're also going to need to thinly slice your onion, pepper, steak, and mince your garlic. I know that Philly cheesesteaks typically use green bell peppers. I really like the red ones, so that's what I used. You can go with whichever one you prefer. I also bought pre-sliced crimini mushrooms because they cost the same as the whole ones, but if you have whole mushrooms, make sure you get those sliced too. For the beef, you can sometimes get thinly sliced steak from the butcher counter at your local grocery store, especially in an Asian grocery store. But you can also just slice up some sirloin steaks at home. You could even use a roast. If you're having trouble slicing the steak, try putting it in the freezer for 30 minutes to an hour. This makes it firmer and easier to slice. Once everything is prepped, you're ready to start cooking. First up, you're gonna spread your pizza dough onto a baking sheet and put it in a 425-degree oven for just 4 minutes. The refrigerated pizza dough I use here came with parchment paper, but you can also just grease the cookie sheet really well if you don't have parchment paper. Next, you're going to add a couple teaspoons of avocado oil to a hot skillet. Once the oil is shimmering, you know it's hot enough and you can add your sliced peppers, onions, and mushrooms. Spread the veggies out in the skillet and cook them on medium heat, stirring occasionally for about 5 minutes. Once those veggies are tender, you can add in your 4 cloves of minced garlic. We cook the veggies in advance for a few reasons. First of all, it helps them release their moisture in the skillet to keep your pizza from getting soggy. We also get a sweeter depth of flavor from those onions by cooking them first than if we had just put them on the pizza raw. Next, add your sliced beef to the skillet. As one side of the beef browns, start flipping it over to cook the other side. The beef is going to start releasing a lot of juices, so this is the perfect time to sprinkle in some salt and pepper and mix it in to get everything seasoned evenly. Give it a good stir, then pull that skillet off the heat while the beef still has some pink in it. We don't want to cook the beef all the way through yet because it's going to be cooking another 10 minutes in the oven. Now you're going to dump about half a cup of marinara sauce onto your partially baked pizza crust and spread it out using the back of a spoon. A lot of Philly cheesesteak pizzas I've seen use Alfredo sauce, but I just really like the red sauce on my pizza, and I think the marinara goes really well with the steak. Don't worry, we're still getting that creamy white sauce effect by dotting the marinara sauce with dollops of fresh goat cheese. The goat cheese is creamy, tangy, just can't make this pizza without it. After the goat cheese, we're gonna sprinkle the top of the pizza with 1 cup of shredded mozzarella. It's important to put a cheese base down on your pizza before other toppings because that's another key to prevent a soggy crust. Next, use a pair of tongs to spread the meat and veggies out on top of the pizza. Give them a little shake over the skillet just to remove any excess juices. Once you get all those on the pizza, you're gonna add some slices of pickled jalapeno. The pickled jalapenos give you acidity and heat and take that flavor profile of your pizza even deeper. Now top everything with some shredded cheddar and then sprinkle about half a teaspoon of dried oregano over the top. Then we're gonna bake the pizza in that 425-degree oven until the cheese is melted and bubbly. I like to add a sprinkle of fresh chopped parsley on top of the finished pizza because it adds a pop of color and because the mild bitterness of parsley actually brightens all the savory flavors of the pizza. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful that pizza is! Excited to eat this. I can't even begin to tell you how good this pizza is. I have a pizza to eat now. Just a slice, not the whole thing, probably. So I'm turning it over to you now. What do you think about this mashup? Are you gonna make it? Also, let me know, what are you cooking this week? What are you excited about in the kitchen? I love hearing from you. Just remember that whether it's with me, in the comments, or out in the world, you can be real and be kind. I've got some more mashups for you with my creative taco dinners, and I'll see you in the next video. Click that bell so that you too. Pre-made pizza dough